King Kong, the 1933 film by Ernst B. Schoedsack and Marion C. Cooper, changed the history of cinema. These were the early days of sound films, and few films had music beyond the credits, except for musicals, of course. But the public that had seen silent films with live musical accompaniment now rarely had it for the setting, the dramaturgy, and much less the narration. With a few exceptions, such as the films of Charles Chaplin. Max Steiner's soundtrack changed everything, and thanks to it, the film became an overwhelming success that saved the RKO studio from bankruptcy. The film had been made with great effort and with technical means as elaborate as stop-motion animation, miniatures, matte painting, or rear projection, which allowed to unite in the same shot the explorers with the dinosaur, or the beast with the beauty. Nevertheless, the studio executives, fearing disaster, asked Max Steiner to help make the movie a real, different, immersive, and above all, terrifying experience. And Max Steiner made it possible. Steiner wrote more than an hour of music for a film, in which its absence in some moments was deliberate, with clear dramatic intentions, not only to contrast with the presence of music, but above all to create a greater impact than the music itself could have achieved. After the credits, there are more than 20 minutes without a single note of music, in the scenes that take place in New York, and in the journey to the island. The audience of the movie has already been warned. But not the characters, who are completely unaware of what is to come. The decision not to build tension unnecessarily early on actually creates more anticipation.
Scream! Put your throat.
So that when the music finally returns, along with the haze, there's a clear message. This is where it starts.
Position, Skipper.
Of course. Last night before this fog shut down, I got a good sight.
We should be near the island.
Absolutely brilliant.
When this fog lifts, we never will.
Also brilliant is Kong's fierce battle with the Tyrannosaurus protecting Anne. At this point in the movie, there was already a lot of powerful music, as we will soon explain. And without the music and with the sound effects, the fight becomes more powerful, more immersive, more realistic. When it ends with Kong's victory, the music returns. Finally, there is a striking moment of musical silence at the Empire State Building. The absence of music leaves Kong completely alone, lost and doomed to his misfortune, and here and now, to the sound effects of the airplanes. It is a very sad moment.
Listen to him. Wonder what's up.
This sequence, which connects two very distant scenes, the island and the ship, deserves to be mentioned in a separate chapter. The island and the natives are far away, and the action takes place on the ship. With the sound of their tribal instruments coming aboard,
And
the scene becomes more tense and threatening. It is probably one of the earliest examples of the use of cinematic off-screen shots brought into the on-screen with sound. It is a very distant but very relevant precedent for what would be done in The Zone of Interest in 2024. In the credits, Max Steiner presented 3 of the 4 major musical themes of the movie: the King Kong motif, Anne's theme, and the native music. It was brilliant to show these before the 20-plus minutes of musical silence, to make them known before the credits.
Tabe. Bala kum no he. Bala. Bala.
It is the most colorful and exotic of all Steiner's music for the film. It gives this long scene a lot of power. And then it is used as a reference and does not go any further.
Any trouble with the natives?
Yes, right after you left.
What happened?
We fired a couple of volleys over their heads and they took to the huts like scared rats.
Natives are coming! Good work! Come on! Here you go! Here you go! Go!
The group that makes up the expedition to the island is credited with a 4-note motif, this one, which interacts musically with that of the natives.
Out.
Well, talk him out of it. Ask him what goes on.
Kong wa bisa. Kau bisa por Kong. Tebo malum nahi.
Don't be scared. Everything's all right.
When Anne is kidnapped, it sounds as a signal to the sleeping watchman. And then it appears in different forms.
As big as a house.
Like the native music, it goes no further.
What happened? How'd you do it?
Anne's musical theme is the most dynamic, it is the most dramatic, and it is the emotional platform to cling to among so much other music of tension or danger.
Why, Jack, you hate women.
Yeah, I know.
It is the theme that allows the audience to feel not only Anne's feelings, but also her love for John.
You don't feel anything like that about me, do you?
And Kong's love for her. Steiner captured her tenderness very well.
Are you both all right? Man, Jack.
What
Yeah.
happened? See any more?
They didn't have a chance.
You're safe now, dear.
It's like a horrible dream.
As well as her fear and terror. King Kong is referenced with 3 repeated or varied musical notes. 3 notes are more efficient than an extended musical theme, not only because of their immediacy and speed of use, but also because they give him a prehistoric, primal, monstrous character. His music is introduced in the credits, linked to the legend behind it. And built up to his presence in some scenes before he finally appears.
How will we know it's the right island?
The mountain that looks like a sun. I tell you, Skipper, this Kong is the biggest thing in the world. Why, he shook those men off that log like they were flies.
The 3 notes are occasionally expanded to 6 to emphasize his destructive power. When he is struck down, his music is also struck down.
Come on! Come on, I got him!
In New York, the music regains its power. This brief musical reference explains its origin, and it is very representative that the planes that want to kill him do so with his music. As if the music were also a target for their machine guns. Kong's music and Anne's music interact. There are two musical choices that bring a lot of dramatic content to Kong. Having Anne's theme play here clearly indicates her emotional motivations. Anne's theme playing here with another woman indicates who Kong is looking for, but of course he's wrong. Brilliant. The truth is that thanks to the connection between the two of them, and also between their music, they become much more emotional. And especially, in the end, Kong's music takes on a tragic, desolate sense, that of the monster who died for love.
It was beauty killed the beast. Beauty killed the beast.